Coming up, we tell you what happened in the first public impeachment hearings, and later, a reverend at the United Methodist Church takes a leave of absence.
This Thursday, we are celebrating two teams making it into the NCAAs and one winning a Big Ten title.
Want to know which Hawks are crushing the competition? Stay tuned for sports.
After Mother Nature gave us a sneak peek of winter weather last week, it is going to be fall temperatures as usual this weekend. Stay tuned for weather for more.
All that and more coming up on this Thursday morning edition of DITV News. Don't go anywhere. DITV starts right now. Good morning, and thank you for tuning in. I'm Noah Gowdy. Yesterday marked the first day of public hearings for the House of Representatives impeachment inquiry into President Donald Trump. George Kent, a State Department official, and William Taylor, a U.S. diplomat to Ukraine, were called to testify. While a lot of the information from the hearing had already been revealed in closed-door depositions, new information on an alleged phone call between Trump and Gordon Sondland, a U.S. ambassador to the European Union, sparked public interest. The call was said to have been overheard by one of William Taylor's staffers, who claims he heard Trump over the phone asking questions about the investigation on July 26th. However, during a news conference yesterday, Trump claimed that he does not remember making the second phone call. Stay tuned for updates as this story progresses. The United Methodist Church's Reverend Anna Bladel has taken an indefinite voluntary leave of absence due to complaints about her sexual orientation. The complaints stem from requirements of a just resolution, which was released on Wednesday by the United Methodist Church's Iowa Conference. According to the release, Bladel will be invited to a meeting with Iowa area resident Bishop Lori Haller and Iowa Conference leaders to, quote, envision a conference-wide plan for redressing harm and injustice, and in turn seeking reconciliation and liberation for and with LGBTQIA+ persons, including a plan to offer guidance, repentance, and healing for churches in the Iowa Conference, end quote. Bladel stated that she is no longer willing to subject herself to this particular violence and will be taking time to heal on her leave of absence. And with this weather, it seems like it's not going to be going anywhere. Let's toss over to Bailey in the weather studio to find out how this week is shaping up. Bailey?
Well, Noah, I have some good news. It looks like things are finally falling back into typical weather patterns for autumn. This morning will lead to a calm day of partly cloudy skies and temperatures as high as 32. Tonight, temperatures will drop to a chilly 18 degrees, but skies will be clear, so be sure to take advantage of tonight's opportunity to stargaze. Now let's take a look at our extended forecast. You can say TGIF this Friday because temperatures are expected to reach a high of 42. Expect partly cloudy skies Friday and a low of 23 in the evening. Looking ahead to the weekend, temperatures are expected to stay in the mid-40s through Monday. Saturday will be cloudy with temperatures reaching the mid-40s. Saturday evening, things will cool down to 30. Sunday will provide our first real rainstorm in a while. Anticipate scattered showers in the morning and temperatures in the low 30s in the evening. Finally, taking a look at the start of the work week, Monday will provide partly cloudy skies with a high of 43 and a low of 32. Look forward to the higher temperatures this weekend, Iowa City. Back to you, Noah.
Thanks, Bailey. The Mother's Milk Bank of Iowa began collecting donated breast milk in 2002 for those in need. This organization is based out of the University of Iowa Hospitals and distributes milk to a total of 61 hospitals in 16 states. According to Director Jean Drulis, the donations are most often used for premature babies in the NICU whose mothers are not yet able to produce enough milk to feed their child. The bank regularly processes around 1,000 ounces of milk per day. However, the bank may only run day by day due to increases in needs for donation. Drulis commented on the need for donors saying, quote, we want those babies to receive human milk over the alternative, so we're searching far and wide to find more donors to feed the babies, end quote. The Mother's Milk Bank of Iowa is currently searching for donors in order to keep up with the growing demand. And it's never too early to start the holiday season. The Iowa City Downtown District is celebrating by hosting a holiday pop-up market sponsored by the Green State Credit Union from November 8th through December 24th. The pop-up is being held in the Black Hawk Mini Park in downtown Iowa City. Throughout the 7-week event, different local businesses will hold pop-up shops in the spaces, and this week you can find work from local artists as well as Luxe Interiors. Starting on the 17th, there will be a holiday-themed escape room, and later this month, the event will be hosted by shops such as Rare Bird Soap Shop and Revival Clothing. For a full list of events, check out the Iowa City Downtown District's website. And shifting a little bit over to sports, we're going to talk about women's soccer in today's sports. Let's toss it over to the sports anchors for more. Guys?
There's not only one Iowa program, but two representing Iowa in the NCAA tournament, and one of them is Iowa women's soccer team.
It was announced Monday afternoon during the NCAA double tournament selection show that the Iowa Hawkeyes earned themselves an at-large berth into the NCAAs.
And with this being the second time in program history, the Hawks had something to celebrate, with Iowa women's soccer team taking on Big 12 Kansas this weekend. Here's what Coach Dave Diani had to say about facing the Jayhawks in the postseason.
Very athletic, very technical, really smart soccer players. I like the matchup. I like our group of players, and I like how we're playing right now. So it should be a really fun game, and they did really well in the Big 12, and I thought we had a really good Big 10, season as well. So I like the matchup, and our kids are really excited. And I think for us, it's just about playing with a mentality, an aggressive mentality, and now that we're in, it's now about can we extend that beyond one game and play as long as we can.
Iowa is set to take on Kansas at 5 p.m. on Saturday in Lawrence.
Well, the women's soccer team isn't the only program representing Iowa in the NCAA tournament.
That's right, Zach. Iowa field hockey not only claimed their number 7 rank, but also clutched the title of the Big Ten champion in their win against Penn State this weekend.
This is the first time in Hawkeye history that the program has snagged not only a Big Ten regular season title, but also the mighty Big Ten championship all in one season. And the Hawks aren't stopping anytime soon.
But with more insight on just how Iowa field hockey is looking going into the NCAA double tournament, we have DITV Sports Director Cade Overton live in the newsroom with more. Good morning, Cade.
Good morning, guys. I'm ready to talk field hockey now. Let's get into it.
So, Cade, what does Iowa's tournament path look like heading into the NCAAs?
Now, their path isn't easy, but it is kind of favorable. They have the Duke Blue Devils in the first round, who Iowa has played not only this year, but also 2 years ago as well. And if they were to somehow advance out of that round, they'll have the North Carolina Tar Heels, who are the #1 overall seed in the tournament. But they have also played in the past 3 seasons, so this Hawkeye team knows what's in front of them, and they're ready to go.
And Cade, who are some Iowa fans or players that fans should look out for?
I'll give you 2 names. The first one's going to be Maddie Murphy. She's really came on strong in this second half of the season, scoring a lot of clutch goals and just getting the job done, being a leader out there on the field. And the second name I'm going to give you is Katie Birch. Now, she was the Big Ten tournament MVP. She scored the game winner against Penn State. She's really put the team on her back, scoring 10 goals this late half of the season. And those 2 girls are going to be leaders out on the field for the Hawkeyes.
And finally, how are the ladies feeling heading into the tournament?
Well, this is their second straight NCAA appearance. Last year, they lost in the first round to a different North Carolina team, Wake Forest, but this year's different. And I did mention they played Duke earlier this year. It was a loss in overtime for the Hawkeyes. It was actually their first loss of the season at the time, but they've improved a lot since then. The ladies know it, and Katie Birch said it lit a fire in their belly when they saw they get a chance to play Duke again. They want this bad, so let's see if the Hawkeyes can get it. We'll get you more updates after the weekend passes.
It'll be interesting to see, Kate. Thank you. The Hawks are looking to take on number 8 ranked team Duke in North Carolina tomorrow.
And it continues to be a great time for women's sports in Iowa, as Iowa women's basketball is carrying a 22 home game winning streak coming into their 2019 season.
Although North Alabama is currently 2-0, the Hawks aren't looking into giving their winning streak up just yet. Just last game, captain and senior Kathleen Doyle made it to the 1,000-point club as she put up 50 points against Florida Atlantic. Doyle is the 37th Hawkeye to make 1,000-point history and looking to break yet another Iowa record.
This time, Doyle is looking to claim the title for the second most assists in all of Hawkeye basketball. Keep your eye on Iowa women's basketball as they are breaking records already, and they are only 1 game in. Even coach Lisa Bluder is getting in on the record-breaking action and is only 3 games away from the 400-win mark at Iowa.
That's right. The Hawks will be taking on North Alabama tonight at 6:30 at Carver Hawkeye Arena.
That is all the time we have for you today in sports.
But tune in tomorrow to see how Iowa football plans to keep Floyd at home to take on number 7 Minnesota.
Back to you at the desk, Noah.
Thanks, guys. And that's all we have for you today on this edition of DITV News. Be sure to head over to dailyiowan.com for all your latest news between Monday and Friday. If that isn't enough of the Daily Iowan for you, be sure to check out our print edition of the news on stands now. For DITV News, I'm Noah Gowdy. Have a great day, Iowa City.